I am of the staunch belief that the starving artist trope is malignant, and it decimated our representation as artists and what we actually do for society, because our parents' generation, their parents were some of the greatest creatives that had come through, and when we read about them we see it. But then they also had the generation whereby a bunch of artists, they came through and we were looking at them and they made the decision to be homeless. Somebody's trope comes from, that uncle or auntie where they didn't make very much money. They just wanted to travel around. And then we also have the artist who is the little weak kid in the corner that always gets bullied, but they're drawing comic book characters, right? All of these things are malignant examples of what an artist actually is, which is a strong, charismatic part of society. What we're supposed to be, the empathetic heartbeat of society. And then their children looked at that instability and said, I don't want that instability for myself, which is part of the reason why people think, if you're gonna be an artist, you're gonna be homeless. You're not gonna make any money. Because a bunch of artists from the 80s and 70s didn't want to make money from their art. They just wanted to be free and do it for free and give it away and all of these other things. When in reality, we can go down a list of a plethora of artists, right? A plethora of artists that it worked out for. But those artists from that era had a lot of things that they wanted to do with their lifestyle, and that permeated, and it was so insidious for us that now it's rotting away at the core of what we have within people's minds when we know, and they know, artists are the empathetic heartbeat of society. In the other side, they're like, being an artist as a career path, in quotes, isn't something that people want to do. But this is the thing, right? The end goal, the end of times of this is that their children grew up in unstable environments. But that does not take away from all the generations before where people were creative. They had philosophies, they had thoughts, they had feelings, and they were successful in what they were doing. But yeah, because what do people, once they gain a little bit of success in life, as in like monetarily, their children learn about the arts, they learn about the classics, they learn about culture. Because once you don't worry about certain things in life, you learn about culture.